I was 76 years old when my husband of 48 years looked me in the eyes and told me he loved another woman. At first, I laughed. I thought it was a cruel joke. Then I looked into his eyes. There was no laughter, no regret, only a stranger wearing the face of the man I had loved for nearly half a century. That single sentence destroyed a life we had spent 48 years building together. If you've ever trusted someone with your whole heart, you'll understand why that moment nearly broke mine. I'm 76 years old, and this is the story I never thought I would have to tell. I met Robert when I was 22 years old. He wasn't the most handsome man in town. He wasn't wealthy. He didn't own a fancy car, but he had the gentlest smile I had ever seen. The kind of smile that made you feel safe without saying a single word. On our third date, he handed me a single white rose. He smiled and said, "One day, I'll spend the rest of my life making you smile." And I believed him. A year later, we stood together in a small country church, surrounded by our families, and promised to love each other, for better or worse, neither of us imagined how much those words would be tested. The first years of our marriage weren't easy. We counted every dollar. Sometimes we shared one simple meal and laughed as if it were a feast. We didn't have much, but we had each other. Back then, that felt like more than enough. Before I go on, thank you for listening to my story. Urela. If it has touched your heart so far, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel. Your support truly means more than you know. Now, let me tell you what happened next. For nearly 48 years, Robert kept every promise he had made to me. He worked hard every single day, not to become rich, but to give us a life filled with peace. We raised 2 wonderful children and built a home filled with laughter, trust, and simple happiness. For a long time, I truly believed we had everything that mattered. Love, trust, a family, a lifetime of memories. Looking back now, I realized there were little changes I never paid attention to. Robert had always told me everything, but little by little, he became strangely quiet. He smiled less and spent more time staring out the window than talking to me. At first, I told myself he was simply getting older. We all change with time, don't we? But the silence between us kept growing. Conversations that once lasted for hours became only a few short words. He started keeping his phone with him all the time. That had never mattered before, but I didn't. After 48 years together, trust becomes a habit, and I still trusted him with all my heart. Then one afternoon, everything changed. Robert said he was going to meet an old friend. Something inside me whispered, "Follow him." I had never followed my husband before. That day, I did. I kept telling myself I was being foolish. I prayed I would prove myself wrong. But when I saw his car stop, my whole world stopped with it. He wasn't meeting an old friend. He was meeting another woman. They smiled at each other the way Robert used to smile at me. I couldn't breathe. 48 years of trust shattered in a single moment. I drove home without knowing how I got there. That evening, I waited for him. When he walked through the front door, I asked only one question. "Who is she?" The color disappeared from his face. For a long moment, he said nothing. Then he whispered, "I'm sorry." Those 2 words broke something inside me. He admitted the truth. The affair had been going on for months. He said he never meant to hurt me. But betrayal doesn't hurt less because someone apologizes. It hurts because the person you trusted chose to break that trust. That night, I didn't scream. I didn't throw things. I simply cried after he had fallen asleep. For the first time in 48 years, I felt completely alone. People often ask if I forgave Robert. The answer isn't simple. Forgiveness doesn't erase betrayal. It only frees your own heart from carrying it forever. Healing didn't happen overnight. Some mornings, I still woke up expecting everything to be a bad dream. His side of the bed felt strangely empty, even when he was lying right beside me. Trust isn't rebuilt with promises. It's rebuilt through countless ordinary days. And sometimes, it never fully returns. Robert tried to earn back what he had broken. I could see the regret in his eyes. But regret cannot turn back time. For months, we lived in the same house, yet it felt like 2 strangers. sharing the same silence. Some people think betrayal ends a marriage. Sometimes it simply changes it forever. I stopped asking, why did this happen? And started asking, who do I want to become after this? That question changed my life because I finally realized his choices did not have to define mine. I couldn't change the past, but I could choose what kind of future I wanted. Slowly, I began finding pieces of myself again. The woman I thought I had lost was still there. If you're carrying a broken heart today, please don't let someone else's mistakes become the end of your story. You are stronger than the pain someone left behind, even if you don't believe it yet. One person's betrayal should never become the reason you stop believing in yourself. Life gave me a painful chapter, but it wasn't the end of my story. And if you're listening to me today, I hope you never forget that. Thank you for listening to my story. If my journey reminded you that hope is always worth holding on to, then I'd be honored if you stayed with me for the next story. For a long time, I forgot what peace felt like. Every room in our home carried a memory. So I started changing little things. I planted flowers in the garden again. I began taking morning walks by myself. The silence outside no longer frightened me. Some days were still hard. Healing isn't a straight path. Robert never stopped apologizing, not with words alone, but with his actions. He made coffee for me every morning. He stayed when I needed silence. He knew trust couldn't be demanded. It had to be earned, one ordinary day at a time. Some scars faded. Others became part of who we were. Looking back now, I no longer see myself as a victim. I see a woman who survived, a woman who chose kindness over bitterness. If life has broken your heart, don't let it steal your future too, because every sunrise is proof that every ending carries the possibility of a new beginning. There were days we sat together without saying a single word. Silence became our way of learning how to live with the truth. Some wounds never disappear completely, but they no longer control your life. One day I looked in the mirror and finally recognized myself again. Thank you for listening to my story. If my story found its way into your heart today, then maybe we weren't strangers after all. I hope you leave here carrying a little more hope than you had before. Until we meet again, be kind to yourself. And if you'd like to hear another story from my heart, I'll be here waiting for you. I learned that love isn't measured by perfect moments. It's measured by what survives the imperfect ones. Growing older taught me something unexpected. The strongest people aren't the ones who never break. They're the ones who quietly put themselves back together, piece by piece. I stopped chasing the life I had lost and started appreciating the life I still had. Peace didn't come because everything became perfect. It came because I finally accepted what I couldn't change. Some memories still make me smile. Others still make me cry. And somehow, I've learned to make room for both. If my story means anything, I hope it reminds you that healing isn't about becoming who you were before. Sometimes, healing means becoming someone even stronger. Looking back now, I no longer wish any part of my life had been different. Even the painful chapters helped shape the woman I've become. Today, I wake up with gratitude instead of fear. And that may be the greatest miracle of all. If my story has touched your heart, carry this one thought with you, no matter how broken yesterday feels. Tomorrow is still waiting to surprise you. These days, I smile a little more than I used to. Not because life became perfect, but because I finally made peace with my imperfect story. And if today you're searching for hope, don't stop looking. Sometimes it finds you when you least expect it. Life didn't give me all the answers, but it taught me which questions truly matter. Today, I choose peace over perfection, and that choice changed everything. Wherever life finds you today, I hope you never stop believing that brighter days can still be ahead.